Hello everybody and welcome back to Dickie's Videos where no war game remains unplayed. Further ado, here we are again with Field of Glory 2 and the Rise and Fall of Carthage tournament. This is of course round 4. You've probably seen the battle. Holy molies, I've had a couple of bad rounds and this probably kicks it. Everything goes wrong. And I really underestimate the Spanish impact on this game against my heavy troops. And I have learned a massive what's the word, lesson in all this. Ooh, so let's have a quick look at the battlefield. So this is of course round 4. This is Carthaginian versus Spanish. Lots of rough terrain towards the centre. I've got a good selection of lights. I think a couple of mistakes that I'm looking back at it now is the fact is I've got too much cavalry here. I think he has no cavalry, and he's got some Iberian foot, which is absolutely brilliant in the centre. It's got some heavy foot to the left, lots of lights, and I've got to say this game just goes wrong, and I lose so many impacts. So here we go. I think first of all, my cavalry, I really should have just stopped advancing so far with my cavalry on the left side, but I've got to say it's a bit of an odd one here. I think he hid a load of lights in the woods, which shoot my cavalry to bits, but he's got a good line. And as you can see, there's a couple of sections here where he has good Iberian foot, which is heavy foot, really good. I think it's impact as well as a heavy foot unit. And I thought, first of all, okay, I'm going to run forward. I'm going to take the rough terrain, and then we're going to push forward and just hold that line. But it just goes all bad. I lose a lot of the impacts to disruption, and then it just goes whoosh. I thought, okay, my cavalry, my idea was the fact is to move my cavalry up, use the Spanish to support, then as we go, and of course I thought the cavalry would disrupt the infantry in the open because it's all medium foot, and they would have a fantastic day. First of all, he moves his light troops up and he blocks quite well here. The fact is, we're pretty much stuck here now. The fact is, his light troops can hold this line quite well for this, but oh my word, not great. And considering we're only up to 5 minutes into the game, and it's a 34-minute game, and there we go, no holding back. Stuff hidden. There was a couple of Iberian foot hidden in the built-up areas, and here comes his lights flooding out. And I think there's a slight portion of rough terrain on the left side, which I underestimate. I expected my warbands to do a lot better in here, because I've got to say, in my previous rounds, I've used warbands with Carthaginian, and they've always heeded the big units. They smash people up quite well. First charge of the game, I get disrupted on the left, fragmented on the right. Who does that? And that really, of course, blocks my advance on the right side. So now I'm 2 turns or a couple of turns behind, and my heavy foot are stuck on rough terrain. And of course, I tried to chuck into the woods, but I'm not paying heed. I think I shouldn't have took elephants. I think here, in hindsight, just not take elephants. And here I'm going to stretch to the left, stretch to the right. I've got to say, the whole tournament, I've had some really good rounds and really bad rounds. When the rounds have gone bad, they've gone bad. And this is just one of them that just went really bad. I've got to say, I played all the tournament now. It's just me now publishing all the footage. I've just not had time. But we're going to go for it very soon because there's more of the stuff I'll probably be doing in the future. There we go. I'm being cautious with the cavalry on the left, but it's going to be good or bad. I don't know. This is going to make me scream, this game is. And I think he he just shoots up the left side to fragment, which is exactly what you should do. The javelin troops are really good at cracking morale on that mixed ability of, having, if you're shooting your archers, you cross your archers, javelins and slingers at them, you're going to crack them even better. So here we are on the right side, it's all ready to go. That wood in the centre is more of a pain than I expected. I was hoping the POA advantage of the hills would give me really good defence here, that I could block his troops up and be on his merry way. But there we go, and we're just all ready to rumble on this, but we're still worried about the left side. I'm still worried about there, but I'm thinking I'm quite comfortable with the cavalry, that we are actually to push them, we can hold them back. So we're going to slip slightly forward. I do apologise there. I don't know why I was doing that. So there we go. A couple of the charges. Now we're thinking. You see, I think the Spanish in attack with that is really bad. There we go. We've got 2 generals, one in the Spanish unit, one in the heavy support, and there we go. Straight down. I'm thinking, yes, that's good advantage. But then I start moving my heavy foot up here, and this is where I think it slightly goes wrong. I'm thinking, retreat my lights, start charging ahead, push them out, rear attack. I'm laughing here. I'm laughing here a little bit. And there's the charges. Impact. Having a great day. And there we go. We're thinking we could pick off this light unit and have a good day. Disruption. Now ready to push forward on the right. You see, that combat with these light troops here on this right side is particularly not great for me here, because this is blocking my advance as far as I can go. You know, as well here, we're just getting chopped up with lots of lights in this section to the right, so we're at a massive disadvantage here. Still not broken, and this is where it just gets really messy. So here we go. I moved my infantry up to support my cavalry. Does he have cavalry in that left side? I can't remember now. I didn't watch the footage back because this is just before Christmas. This was. And there we go. We try and break the disruption down, and then this is where we go. Oh dear! Here comes lots. I think I got overconfident here more than anything. And why did I charge that on the left? Because of the flank. And there we go. Elephant's just stuck there now. Can't do anything. Not making any impact on the field whatsoever. My opponent was very vocal. First time I've ever in a while that this is, watch this. This is where it all goes wrong. You ready? So push back on the cavalry from the heavy foot. Here come the lights to now pepper the living bejesus. You know what? I suffer from getting overexcited in games, and there you go. The cavalry now going to get absolutely pummeled down with archers. Here's the break. So here's the heavy foot in there. The impact foot against my African spearmen. Oh, nicely done. And then there's the warband on the right, completely unsupported, completely out POA'd there on the hills, and double on one now. Roughly equal terms, but he's 2-1. The combat modifiers in his benefit there. Panicking, elephant disrupted. Oh, that one shot, one volley there. It bloody got disrupted. There we go. He shoots it in the rear. Fragmented. Here he comes with the Spanish on the centre. Disrupted. So straight away, massive disruption on my line. There's the charge with Spanish. Still not pretty here at all. Surprised the Spanish on the centre, which are fragmented, didn't break in this turn. There we go. I'm panicking now. There's just too much infantry on that left side, and I completely just went a little bit too crazy. There goes the break on the centre. This is where I'm thinking, yep, we're going to get some points back. But there's the warband off on the merry way. There we go. Just charge the elephant down. Try to do something. And we charge in. Fragment pushed, just pushed back, which is fantastic. Elephant just try and weed it through. I think I did charge here, and we did get them in the rear. That unit of lights in the centre, annoying. It kept him there as long as it did, and I think, okay, we've got some good flanks there in the next turn. But you can see the African spearmen struggling against the Iberian foot. Of course, they're just a bigger, heavy foot unit. And there you go. Oh, numbers are not in my helpful there. There we go. I've got to get this infantry up to support the centre and there. I mean, to be honest, I think I'd just stall. I think the hill issue here, I'll just stall. There I'm thinking, I can change their facing, but boom, back away again. I thought I'd at least get a good disruption there. And the cavalry on the left are just going to get absolutely shot by the infantry here. There's just so much lights on that left side. Took a good proportion of his army. It's interesting armies, actually. I got to say, the Spanish one is really it's a mix. Just that heavy and medium foot and some cavalry. It's beautiful, though. So I'm thinking, I can try and support the cavalry on the left. There we go, trying to break some of the lights. So we have scored a couple of points here, but I think this is where it starts just to go slightly more downhill. But pretty good after turn 5. We're in combat, mostly on that hill on the opposite side of the verge, which is good because anything on this side would be worse. There we go, disrupted again. So we've got 3 disrupted units on our side. 4 if you include the cavalry unit on the left position. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this at all. And this is where just things, what we're about, what far we're in the game. Just 6 minutes to go and it explodes. But yeah, this is the way it goes. Field of Glory 2 or any war game. You enjoy the win, you enjoy the loss. Try to enjoy the win more though. So there we go. Battling on the right. The warband struggling now against the units of Spanish. But we get a pushback, which is good. But just going to change my face in there a little bit as well. There goes the elephant. Oh, would have been nice to charge that unit in the rear, but we couldn't do it. There we go. The lights go on the centre. So we are 6% ahead at the moment in time. But just the cavalry now in a pain train of javelins and archers and just particularly bad move on me, wasting a good proportion of my army. Maybe I should have looked at this field again and gone, yeah, it's just too small to use cavalry. There's the flank. Fragmented, that's the centre part. So both dropped. But drop that double whammy good unit on that impact. That's what I said, the Spanish fantastic impact. And now I'm thinking, go on, Bennett, go on. He's now slipped a unit behind the elephant, about to flank my main line. And yeah, I'm not pretty happy when it comes back to my turn. Things are about to go south. And then we go with charge because he evades out the way. And I'm like, oh. And then we get the rear, which is great. But at the same time, we do block that unit from doing any more shenanigans. But a massive proportion of my army is disrupted here. And he's fully on that left side. There's nothing I can particularly do. But, bloody... But also, it's fragmented unit, but it's also... The unit next to it is disrupted. So there's going to be a double whammy. They're in a space. So I'm thinking here I can keep that unit busy because the cavalry are going to sit there. But my cavalry on the left, they're going to be this fragmented, disrupted unit. They're going to drop horribly. Horribly. Should have waited till next turn just in case the warband did survive. That's what I should have done, but I think that was just me being my ability to wait, but because the warband are probably going to drop horrendously. But yeah, oh, look at it all. Yeah, the foot is not great. Look at that whole elephant and infantry position is about to crumble. But it's just luck. Sometimes, here we go, elephant now dropped a fragmented. So there's another drop bubble there. He gets fragmented there. I get fragmented unluckily on there, so I'm panicking. Yeah, so we've got centre fragmenting, left fragmenting. It's particularly going to be a little bit of a drop, but it's these drops explode. If I would have waited, but even then, if the warband unit didn't drop in my turn, it would probably drop in his turn, which is pay no heed. I played bad on the left side, and he exploited that weakness with just literally laying waste to my cavalry units. There we go. Hold firm. We did lose there on the right, so we're losing on the left right, and centre at the moment in time. There's nowhere we're doing particularly well here. But fighting on nevertheless. Yeah, pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Just losing all them combats. And there goes the elephant. Double whammy drops. Everybody flees on this centre. My God, that elephant in that position made everybody drop. And that's it. It's free for all now on him. Absolute free for all. We've got 2 fragmented units on that. 3 fragmented units on the right. 1 general disrupted, and then that disrupted unit on the right side. So yeah, this is like game here. Just what I just never experienced that. So there we go. Sad people noises. There we go. Cavalry now getting just demolished. My fault completely. There we go. Break. Literally, I'd say probably 70% of my army now is gone in some way, shape, or form. But you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh a little bit. There we go on the right. Oh, here we go. The right as well again against the unit. Brutal. It's self-explanatory what's happening right now. Look at that. And then the African Spearman. Double drop. I think I had 2 or 3 double drops in this turn. And then it just dragged it to 30%. There's no way coming back for this. Not any jammy dodges in the world. Oh, get some aloe vera on that burn. Look at it. That poor unit at the top. Surrounded. There we go. Disruption. He just cascades here. Disruption on the left. Now, mid-left section. Even the general unit only just pushing them back on that left position. And then, of course, you got the Italian foot here, just particularly out POA'd. Yeah, centre got just happens. There's nothing you can do about it. And we don't even. He's indecisive there as well against the Spanish. But there you go. Victory or defeat, it doesn't matter. So there we go. We're just going to have a quick reminiscence or look at the battlefield. So particularly over-ambitious on the left side with the cavalry advancing. If there's woods there, hide lights in them, guys, because it really pays off. And it paid off him destroying like a quarter of my cavalry formation on the left. My idea with the cavalry was to charge the medium foot, get some good disruptions. The centre just crumbled. I just couldn't do much about that. There's some combats there that particularly should have got in my favour, but didn't. The right side was particularly my fault. The fact is we had a combat here with the lights on the mid-right section, which we couldn't push forward to make our advantage. My job that is I should have maybe stayed here and holded the left side and let him come out into the open. But hindsight is a wonderful thing. Really enjoyed this battle, even though it was a loss. Remember later to click that like, subscribe button, and stay soon for the next couple of rounds. We're bashing these rounds out very soon when it comes to showing you all the next content. And click like, click subscribe button, and bye-bye, folks. Oh.